2013 TCS Amsterdam Marathon, a record breaker before it even began, with 15,000 entrants, including the defending champion, the two-time champion, Wilson Chebet of Kenya. Leading the Dutch challenge was Koen Raymakers. The women's F1 number was allocated to Valentine Kipketer of Kenya. So the chief executive of title sponsors TCS got the huge record-breaking field on its way. Great pacemaking meant that the leaders went through 10 kilometers and 15 kilometers right on course record schedule, and Raymakers was also on schedule for a new lifetime best. These are the 1, 2, 3 seeds together for the first time at the head of the field. Raymakers, meanwhile, approaching the halfway point, was in trouble with cramp in his calf. On the far side of the Amstel, the leading pack, still 17 runners, as Raymakers' calf meant that he had to call it a day just before the halfway point. On the return run to the city centre, the pace was getting quicker and quicker, exactly on 2:05 schedule at halfway. The defending champion, Mr. Amsterdam, Chebet, biding his time with some very consistent 5-kilometre split running. And meanwhile, Ronald Schreur now led the Dutch challenge, the 2:16 runner, first Dutchman in the field. Looking strong at this point, the field gradually whittling away, the pacemakers stepping aside. This was a surprise to see Getu Feleke, the Ethiopian, off the pace, but running strongly at this point, Schreur operating at 2:15 pace for the Netherlands. 30 kilometres, a crucial point in the race as it began in earnest. The final pacemaker stepping aside, and this was a long run for home by Bernard Koech of Kenya, looking relaxed, smooth and strong, and putting a lot of pressure on the two-time champion. Chebet went through his bad patches, and this, as we approached the 2-hour point, was the first time in the entire race that he had taken the lead right in front of the Rijksmuseum, and suddenly the defending champion was revived, strong and full of running. And he had the course record in his sights in the closing kilometres. Koech still running strongly, but didn't have the change of gear to respond to Mr. Amsterdam. As he approached the stadium, he knew he was on for his own course record. The crowd knew it too. He just had to get round the final stretch of the track. He could see the clock ticking away. Everybody was urging him on, including the tape holders. And in the end, the reward, a new course record by 5 seconds to Mr. Amsterdam. Schreur, meanwhile, had his own troubles to bear in the closing stages. He was beset by cramp just outside his lifetime best, but first finisher for the Netherlands. In the women's race, it was the diminutive Valentine Kipketer who opened up a massive lead in the second half of the race. The course record would remain intact this year, but she set a massive new lifetime best and was delighted with that. Well, all three were full of smiles, no wonder. It was world-class running from Chebet, Gurma and Koech on a great day's racing. There's confirmation of the top 10. The only interloper in the Kenya-Ethiopia party was Mulu Andom in 9th place for Eritrea. In the women's, what a result for Serena Burler of the USA. She got up for 2nd place, but the margin of victory, 5 minutes for Kipketer. Absolutely outstanding. Maybe an early marker for the 2016 Olympic Games. And congratulations to Miranda Boonstra, the 41-year-old from the Netherlands, in the top 6 with 2:31.49, a great race.